Thanks for tuning in. We're back in the world news. Mexican authorities on Saturday discovered a partially completed smuggling tunnel in the Baja California border city of Mexicali. Mexicali Public Security Director Marco Carrillo Maza said that the tunnel was 33 feet underground, 98 feet long, and 1.6 feet wide, and that included ventilation and lighting systems. The tunnel entrance was discovered in an empty building adjacent to a gas station. Maza added that one suspect was detained during the operation, which was conducted after authorities received an anonymous tip. Mexicali is just across the border from the city of Calexico, California. Next up, heavy fog in southwest China's Sichuan province forced a local airport to shut down, leaving more than 180 flights delayed and stranding nearly 15,000 passengers on Sunday. Chengdu Shuangliu International Airport was closed at 4 on Sunday due to heavy fog, which affected a huge number of flights and passengers in this winter. High humidity caused by the rain on Saturday and sunny day produced the fog, according to Meteorological Authority of Civil Aviation. The airport launched a reserve plan to cope with flight delays caused by heavy fog. The airport would operate all night, and most flights began to resume at about 7 p.m. on Sunday. In Poland, a Polish company has developed the world's first fully voice-operated smartphone. The CU phone allows the blind and visually impaired easy access to the mobile functions of standard smartphones. Here's the full story.
Polish singer Ewa Lewandowska is blind, so up until now using a smartphone was impossible. That's until she discovered the CU phone, the first fully voice-operated smartphone for the blind and visually impaired. Created by software developer Marcin Lapa, it works on an adapted version of the Android system and allows users to text, email, and surf the web.
Now I can use Facebook, I can call my mom, I can text her, I can do a lot of things like cooking, and in the same time I can send a message or check my mail. So yeah, that was my first impression, and I was shocked and very happy.
Lapa says his aim is to create a platform where the user communicates naturally with their phone in a conversation like dialogue, replacing touch technology with voice recognition.
We are also thinking about functions which allow the recognition of objects, shapes, and colors. An important function would also be barcode recognition. And what is also essential, and what we are working on, even though we have basic functions implemented, is pedestrian navigation.
In Poland, the device is sold as part of a network called CU Mobile, which has a team of visually impaired or blind experts to give subscribers support. There are currently around 2 million Poles living with serious visual limitations, and a further 37 million throughout the world. And now Lapa is sharing his vision, in the hope that his CU technology will expand the mobile world for the visually impaired.
Japanese researchers are trying to find how long radioactive materials remain in fish caught in Fukushima Daiichi power plant. They are looking for clues in fish's internal organs.
High levels of radioactive substances are showing up in fish caught off Fukushima Prefecture nearly 2 years after the nuclear accident. Scientists are studying those substances at the National Research Institute of the Fisheries Science near Tokyo. They collected organs called ear stones from rock trout and black porgy caught since August. The ear stones grow in layers like the rings of trees, so the scientists say they can estimate when the fish absorbed radioactive materials. They hope to determine if the fish got contaminated right after the accident or continued taking in radioactive substances by eating creatures off the seabed. They say if all the contamination came right after the accident, radioactivity will gradually come down in fish in the ocean. They say their findings could help government officials decide when to let fishing crews go back to work.
For many, a hotel is just a place to hang out or rest. But one hotel in Taipei is more than meeting not just the accommodation, but also eco-design. Let's check this out.
The Amber Hotel in Taipei has welcomed an increasing number of guests since it opened. The hotel is characterized by a combination of contemporary art, environmentally friendly design concepts, and good services. Various goods have been reused and put to completely different use. The designer has spared no effort to instill the eco-concepts into the interior decoration and furniture.
We seldom use carpets in our hotel because we want to reduce the use of water and cleaning products. And the walls filled with charcoal are built to absorb smells and humidity.
Amber has been selected by the Design and Style magazine Wallpaper as one of the best business hotels. It also makes its funky used furniture and art installations created by local artists. The hotel's furniture is carefully chosen to make the guests feel at home. The design reflects Asian family values, distinguishing Amber from more official-looking hotels.
Our interior design has been created to make sure guests feel comfortable. Apart from using environmental-friendly materials, we also use furniture that makes guests feel at home.
The environment, science and creativity are all taken into consideration to give guests a unique experience during their stay. Wang Xinye, CCTV.
Moving on, hundreds of spectators gathered outside of Santiago's National Cathedral on Saturday to watch the Giraffes, a performance by French theater group Compagnie Off. The performance is part of Santiago Anil, the city's street theater festival. The show starts with a floating opera singer, and then the real stars make their appearance. 9 giant red giraffes that amble through the streets of Santiago. Santiago's International Street Theater Festival lasts for 1 week and will also feature a performance by Australian theater company Snuff Puppets, who will present their show Human Body Parts on Monday. And finally, around 90 teams consisting of 4 people took part in the 44th Annual Bavarian Sled Racing Championship 2013 on Sunday. The event sees teams drive their traditional horned sledges down a roughly 1-kilometer ice run with a height differential of 150 meters. Competitors reach speeds of up to 90 kilometers per hour as they try to be the team to cross the line in the quickest time. The course record is 85 seconds. The hundreds of participants in the 2013 race had to deal with difficult conditions. The snows on the prepared slopes swept away by heat and rain. This year, the winning men's team went down in a time of 1 minute and 38 seconds. The women's 2013 champs reported a time of 2 minutes. The name of the championship derives from the shape of the sledge runners, which are modeled after the horn of a mountain goat. Teams may only enter if they use traditional horn sledges, which are constructed with wood, with the exception of sitting runners and the braking and steering levers. And that ends today's World News. Thanks for the company.
Myanmar International.